eNCA West Africa correspondent Adure Achumba is in Lagos and joins us now. Good afternoon to you, Adure. Now, we're getting reports that South Africa is sending a plane to Lagos to collect survivors from this building collapse. Can you give us any further details on that?
Yes, indeed. The South African government is sending that military plane to Lagos to get survivors. It has medical personnel on it who will be treating the survivors, the very injured ones, on board as they head back home to South Africa. Now, many people were expecting that this plane would be coming back with the bodies of the people who lost their lives, but that will be delayed because the identification process is still ongoing. Even though there have been 10 South Africans identified, again, a different form of transportation, a different transportation mode will be used to get those victims, those deceased, back home.
Now, Adure, in terms of the actual rescue missions, how are those going? Any updates on that?
Well, the rescue mission is over. Right now what we have is a recovery and evacuation. We were at the scene on Saturday, throughout Saturday, looking at watching what was going on. We're speaking to some survivors who are still at the church facility. The survivors who were rescued from the rubble are in the hospital. They're getting their treatment over there. And so the recovery is pretty much just evacuating the debris from the area, but rescue operation ended on Thursday, and so they do not expect that there will be any more bodies in the rubble, but then there are some unaccounted for, so until the identification process is done, there wouldn't be any knowledge as to whether there is anybody still under the debris that is currently being evacuated.
Adure, we did see the president of Nigeria receiving criticism in how Nigeria responded to this incident, and then he toured the site yesterday. He has promised a thorough investigation will follow. Has he managed to sort of calm down tensions around that issue and that conflict?
Well, I think that may be a little misdirected here, because the people who are actually forestalling the evacuation and the rescue efforts were the people from the church side. The Nigerian Emergency Management Agency was on the scene very early, along with the Lagos State Emergency Management side. Again, there are various agencies that respond to these sorts of incidents and then defer to the superior jurisdiction. And in this case, that was the Nigerian Emergency Management Agency, and they said that they were obstructed by the church members, by the church organization. Even some NGOs were also restricted from even getting access to the injured in other hospitals. So that may be a little misdirected. However, preachers, mega preachers like TB Joshua do get a lot of support from the government, from politicians, and elections are coming up next year, so there is a little bit of suspicion about that, and with the Lagos State saying that they haven't seen an approved building plan for this particular building, and there might be more questions being asked about why the church hasn't been shut down just yet. But Lagos State is saying that they must carry out an investigation first to ensure that that there is no approval that is somewhere, but they are saying that for now there was no building approval, and that they are investigating how the church could have tried to raise that building with to more floors without having a proper building approval.
All right, well, that's where we'll leave it. Thank you very much. That's eNCA West Africa correspondent Adure Achumba.